they're back in the game. Because our orthopedic team is ahead of the game with leading-edge treatments, surgical procedures, and rehabilitation services. So if an injury is keeping you on the bench, call Wood County Hospital, because life is not a spectator sport.
I am from Canfield, Ohio, and I grew up playing basketball with boys, actually, with my cousins, so I was obsessed with them. I was on a boys AAU team, and then finally my older sister, I grew up loving her, so I just followed in her footsteps, and I've been playing ever since. I'm a huge passer. I'm really into assists and getting people their shots. I like driving and kicking, and then like when I see an open shot for myself, I'll take it, but I'm more into getting other people their shots. I learned a lot sitting behind Tracy Pontius, especially because she was such a shooter, and at that time I didn't consider myself really a three-point shooter. I was more of a driver, and so I learned a lot from her because she was literally a three-point shooter deep, and so I learned that like I could take my own shot from the three, and then when Jess Slagle came in, she was an attacker, so then I was like, okay, I'm going to try and find my happy medium somewhere in there and be able to shoot and drive, and that's what I've been doing thus far. Next year I'm going to look to take more shots for myself and do things for myself. This year I have the ability to play with Chrissy and Lex, which is awesome, and playing with them is unreal, and next year we lose Chrissy, so I'm going to have to step up in that role to shoot more and stuff. So hopefully we find a spot like that for me. We'll see where it goes. I hope to have my own business somewhere and hot for it, but if there's an opportunity to like coach somewhere or do something more with basketball, I would love to take that and go with it. So it's really up in the air right now, and I guess we'll see within the next year, which is weird, but yeah.
Well, Jillian's a junior this year, and I was on a staff previously where we needed to get her. She was a must-have kid, was on one of the strongest AAU teams in the state of Ohio, and would not have changed her being here for anything in the world. She had to play behind a couple other point guards when she got here, but her time has come and has really stepped up. The one thing I'm most impressed about Jillian this year is her assist-to-turnover ratio is fantastic. She is taking care of the ball and not turning it over, and she's distributing the ball extremely well. She's getting it to post players, she's passing the ball ahead in transition, but she's able to see the court extremely well. She's the type of point guard where she's got to be an extension of me on the court. So she's got to talk in the huddles, she's got to repeat play calls. If somebody runs a play wrong, she's got to correct them, and that's not always an easy thing to do when you're talking peer-to-peer, but there's been multiple times during the season where I was getting ready to say one thing and she said it before it could come out of my mouth. So she has been a true extension of a coach on the floor in her position. Well, I think Jillian has still got another level in her. So she's playing extremely well. She's averaging a little over 8 points a game for us, but she's doing a great job rebounding as well and averaging over 4 rebounds a game for us. So with scoring and rebounding and a positive assist-to-turnover ratio, she's really stepped up and come into her own, but I think she's got another jump in her. So I'm really excited to see what next year is going to bring. Jillian was able to learn from Tracy and from Jess. You can learn a lot from watching. And then when she would be in practice, she was guarding 2 of our stronger kids offensively. So she's been able to step up this year like unlike any other year and use that experience from watching those 2 and also from defending them in practice on a daily basis. So, and that has turned into the result that she's having this year. She will have a role that she'll wear many hats. She has been a starter for this year, but she'll be pushed for that starting position next year as well, with Katrina Salinas also being a senior, our junior college transfer, and then we're bringing in a freshman point guard. So she has the responsibility to be a teacher and be a leader out there for our freshman that's an incoming point guard as well. But also she'll have the burden of being a leader as a senior out there on her shoulders. So I really believe she'll step up to the occasion next year just like she did this year.